Look up in the sky, it's a price on carbon. No, wait, it's a price on pollution. Wait, yet again, it's an output-based pricing system. Are you having trouble keeping up on the terms, the euphemisms, the obscure language that Justin Trudeau and his Liberals use to describe the carbon tax? We all know the carbon tax is coming by January the 1st. If your province doesn't have a price on carbon or a price on pollution or an output-based pricing system, well, then you're just going to have to take the federal carbon price. Well, the Conservatives submitted what's called an order paper question, a very formal way in Parliament to try and get to information from the government. And the rules on that are very different than question period. It's supposed to be just fact-based answers. You're not supposed to be putting spin on it. Well, that's not what came back here. As I said, they asked about what kind of impact the carbon tax will have on the airline industry. And the answer signed off on by Joel Lightbound, who is a Liberal MP from Quebec, and the parliamentary secretary to the Minister of Finance, was full of nothing but spin. Let me read part of it that gives me this new euphemism for the carbon tax, because they won't call it a carbon tax. They go to great lengths to never use the term carbon tax, even though we know that's exactly what it is. They wrote, "The fuel charge has not been imposed as a tax. The fuel charge is an integral part of a comprehensive regulatory approach to reduce greenhouse gas emissions that includes the output-based pricing system." There you go. It's not a carbon tax. It's part of an output-based pricing system. Say that 5 times fast. It's nothing but gobbledygook. Let's be honest here, folks. What we're going to be paying is a carbon tax. But Justin Trudeau doesn't want you to use those words or think about it in those terms. And it's no wonder there was a poll done by Ipsos in the middle of the last Ontario election. And this is an election, provincial election to be sure, but an election where the cap and trade system, carbon tax by any other name, was central to the campaign. And 72% of respondents said they thought the carbon tax was just a cash grab. 68% said they thought that it was purely symbolic and wouldn't do anything. And that included 54% of Liberal voters. So Liberal voters don't like it. New Democrat voters don't like it. And Conservative voters really don't like it. So it's no wonder that Justin Trudeau has been methodically changing the language on this. And another poll, by the way, showed that support went up when people thought they'd get back money. Now, I've shown you, you will not get back more than you pay into the system, despite what Trudeau and his ministers say, because they use weasel language again, like you'll get back more than you pay directly, and so they don't include the cost of your food going up or your clothing or anything else. It's just what you pay at the pump to fill up your gas tank or what you pay to heat your home. But the price of everything else going up, they're not going to count that. They're not going to count the HST being charged. These guys are doing everything they can to bamboozle you into thinking that they will charge you a new tax that they won't call a tax, and at the end of the day, you'll get back more money than you paid, and that it's all going to be good for you. If you believe that, I got a bridge in Brooklyn or swampland in Florida that I will be more than happy to sell you for a very reasonable price.